What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I am delighted. Because you see, we are expecting Union Impact. This is the third set of the Digimon TCG. We're expecting that to start leaking about now. Being revealed leaking, call it what you will. Well, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening, and I, for one, am absolutely delighted. It means that over the next few weeks, we should be getting a steady stream of new Digimon cards to be looking at, talking about, and generally getting rather excited by. And that is an awesome, awesome thing. We got a couple new ones to talk about in this video, but I get the feeling this is going to become a pretty regular fixture over here. And I need to give a shout out to the lovely Cho Sugoi for providing the translations. So starting off then, we've got MaloMyotismon. It's a level 6 Digimon, I want to say purple, I'm fairly sure it's purple, and it's quite expensive. 13 cost to play normally is in line with a bunch of level 6s we've seen, but it is very much on the higher end with things like Old Force Vidramon. But the 5 cost to evolve is even more expensive. We don't generally tend to see many level 6s that cost 5 to evolve. It's not to say we've never seen it, but it is to say that it is unusual, shall we say. So we got an expensive card, but it is 12,000 power, which is on the higher end for level 6s. We've seen 12,000 power before, but like on the aforementioned Old Force Vidramon, this is actually higher. So this is pretty gosh darn good in that regard. So we've got an expensive yet powerful card. What do we see here? Well, it's got piercing. That is to say, if you take out a resting Digimon, you will also perform a security check. Now, piercing, as far as I'm concerned, seems to be a really, really good thing. It is essentially your counter to blocking. Generally speaking, your opponent is going to be trying to block to stop you going after their security cards, so you can go ahead with a character with piercing and they can block and you destroy them and oh look, or delete them, and oh look, now you get a security check as well. Or your 12,000 power, I mean something like the aforementioned Old Force Vidramon, which is a very good card. If that is resting on your opponent's side of the field, you can take this out, but because you've got piercing, you will also get to perform a security check. Having piercing is awesome. But during each player's turn, for every other of your Digimon or your opponent's Digimon destroyed, you gain 1 memory. I am assuming that this essentially means anything other than MaloMyotismon actually being taken out. You get extra 1 memory, and this is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. Because memory is good, right? Memory is what you pay for. Generally speaking, memory is about the most important thing in the game, because memory is what you actually use to do stuff. And the things we've got that give us extra memory tend to be fairly limited. I mean, one of the cards we see like everybody playing at the moment, not everybody playing, but certainly that blue decks are definitely going to be playing, is Hammer Spark. And the reason they're playing Hammer Spark is it gives you extra memory. It's a 0 cost card, but it gives you an extra memory, or if it comes out as a security, it gives you an extra 2 memory, which isn't too bad. It's a decent amount of memory. Back in the yellow starter deck, we actually did see a Patamon there, and Patamon has got a lovely skill whereby if you reduce your opponent's power or one of your opponent's Digimon's power to 0, you get yourself +1 memory, but it is limited to once during your turn. We don't generally tend to let ourselves have too much memory. Now, admittedly, this is, when you destroy a Digimon, etc., so let's not get too over the top with this. But the fact of the matter is, you're running around destroying Digimon, and yeah, you're expensive, but remember 12,000 power, so it is worth paying a little bit more to get a more powerful Digimon here. And then not only are you taking out their Digimon, but you're also gaining memory at the same time. That is kind of ridiculous. It should be borne in mind that cards like this, as a general rule, do not count when you're taking out security. So for instance, you take out a resting Digimon, piercing will then give you a security effect, or a security check. And then if that's a Digimon, you'll probably destroy your 12,000 power. That's kind of awesome. But having said that, You're not getting the extra memory there. But if we put these two skills together, we should be pretty gosh darned happy about this. Yes, it's an expensive card. We've dealt with that already. It is very expensive. But 12,000 power, take out a resting Digimon. Then you get to perform a security check. Oh, and you get an extra memory because you took out a resting Digimon. I mean, sometimes we see expensive cards like this and we go, well, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Let me be super clear. As far as I'm concerned with this particular card, I feel pretty gosh darn happy saying that it is absolutely worth it. Nice. But it's not the only new card we need to have a little bit of a chat about. We've also got Dinobeemon. And this seems like the kind of Digimon that I could totally get on board with. Now, what's really weird about this, it is a level 5 green Digimon that can evolve from either a level 4 green or a level 4 blue. Now, we've seen the level 7 so far have been able to evolve from multiple colours. But as far as I'm aware, and please correct me if I'm wrong about this, this is the first non-level 7 we've seen that can evolve from multiple different colours. Now, to be fair, remember this is the third set, we were expecting this. We were expecting changes along these lines. For anyone that's wondering, in English, do not expect these cards in Booster 1.0. I feel pretty confident that all of the Union Impact stuff will be in Booster 1.5. There is a chance, we don't know, we haven't had confirmation, but I feel extremely confident saying that it's going to be Booster 1.5 that houses the Union Impact cards, and Booster 1, 1.0, is just going to have cards from New Evolution and Ultimate Power. Oh, I'm so excited for the English release. Can it be November yet? Happy Dinobeemon. So what does Dinobeemon do? Well, it's an 8 cost to play normally, which for a level 5, isn't bad. 8 cost for a level 5, well, no, it is on the higher end, I suppose. No, I take it back, it's on the higher end. 8 cost for a level 5 is about as high as we get. See, it's been too long since we've seen new cards, I'm getting rusty. But seriously, 8 cost is quite high, but 3 cost to evolve isn't high. 3 cost to evolve is what we would expect for a level 5. Unless it's green. Green do tend to be cheaper evolving, and remember this is green, so I suppose for a level 5 green, this is actually moderately expensive. They tend to be too. So again, we've got a moderately expensive card. 7,000 power for a level 5 is on the higher end, but it's not particularly stunning. We've seen plenty of level 5s with 7,000 power. It's nice, it's fine, it's happy, but it's not particularly great. So we've got a mildly expensive, kind of hard-hitting Digimon, but you've got both piercing and jamming. And the combination of piercing and jamming is awesome. And that is the one thing that really ties this pair of cards we're talking about today together. The fact that both of their skills going together really does just add up to awesome. Because what we've got here is piercing. So we talked about that when we had a look at MaloMyotismon. When you take out a resting Digimon, you get to perform a security check. Great against blockers. Also great for taking out resting Digimon without sacrificing your security check. But then you've got jamming. Jamming says that you will not be destroyed by security Digimon. So the general rule is that you go up against a security Digimon, you compare powers, and a security Digimon will be discarded regardless. But if they've got equal to or greater power than you, which in this case is 7,000, they will destroy you as well, delete you as well. But you've got jamming, and I absolutely adore this. Because if you take out a resting Digimon, you get to perform a security check, but you can guarantee you're going to survive it because you got jamming. I mean, this card reminds me very, very much of War Greymon, the one that came around in Ultimate Power. Now, that one had blocker and reboot. Reboot lets you activate on your opponent's active phase, so having both blocker and reboot meant that you would be active on both turns, so you could block on their turn and attack on your turn, and it was a great pair of keyword skills. Well, this is a great pair of keyword skills. Being able to both do a security check after taking out a Digimon and then guarantee you're going to survive that security check, that is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for here. Then you add in the fact that you've got extra deck building fun because you can evolve from either a level 4 green or a level 4 blue. outside chance it's purple because of my colour blindness. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. And what we've got here is just a card with so many possibilities that I am pretty gosh darned excited. But as always, I'd kind of like to know how excited you are. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays. Bring on the spoilers!